Welcome to episode 223 of the Thunder Underground podcast. Trent and Jason here. This week we're going to talk about some music. What do you think? That's what we usually do, right?
I figure.
Play some music if we have to.
Fuck, whatever.
We're just going through the motions now. It's been over 4 years. We haven't really done this in before this past episode. It had been like a couple months since we both sat down and recorded something together, so now we're just going through the motions.
Yeah, I mean, we're just in our fucking... we're in our mafia shot to hell phase.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Right. Zach Wild, before he got the energy back.
We need to go the way of waiting and, like, come up with a penis showing game or something to shake things up.
That's right.
Maybe morale at the restaurant will boost after that.
Right. But no, we're going to play some music. We're going to talk about a few things, kind of, because, like we said last week, was the first time talked here together on the podcast for about 2 months. So there's some things that happened in there in that time period that we didn't ever talk about here. So we're going to do that now. But before we do, as always, we're sponsored by MedFarm and DEB Concerts. MedFarm is a dispensary located in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. They have a huge selection. They have a doctor on site every Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So you can get in there and get a card if you don't have it. 30% of their proceeds go to help build no-kill animal shelters, which is amazing. And something else that's amazing is if you go in there and say, Thunder Underground sent you, they'll give you 10% off your order.
I mean, you gotta love that.
Yeah, that's very cool. So we're very happy to be a part of that. They're located off Highway 51 in between Broken Arrow and Coweta. Can't miss them. They got a great facility, a great staff, so fly by there and tell them that we sent you.
Of course.
We're also sponsored by DEB Concerts. Just this past weekend, they brought in Lynch Mob to the IDL Ballroom.
The almighty George Lynch.
That is right. George Lynch, half of Dokken was there because Mick Brown on the drums as well.
He's retired from drumming for a while.
Is he really?
Yes, that's it. I forgot to tell you that on that last George Lynch interview I heard.
I was out of town for the Lynch Mob show, so I didn't know that for a fact until this moment.
He's just resting up. He's kind of got some injuries, so George Lynch said he's kind of taking a break from drumming for a while.
So when they did like those Dokken shows, they've got a different drummer now too?
I think they did. I can't remember.
All right.
But I know that when they had that those In Machine shows, they had that guy from Evanescence.
Okay.
The guy that's always like Will Hunt, that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah. Well, DB Concerts brings in a ton of great acts like that. Speaking of Dokken, Dave came through along with Firehouse, Stryper, Beasto Blanco, Steelheart, Tom Kiefer, Sebastian Bach, Saxon. A huge long list, and the list will probably get longer soon enough. So if you get on the Streets Gone Wild page and follow that, they put all the updates there. They also brought in a ton of acts like Ace Frehley, Beasto Blanco, Lita Ford, and Slaughter to Rocklahoma this year because they booked the D&B Processing Roadhouse stage. But yeah, so get on there, follow their Facebook so you can be on, the first to find out when they got stuff coming to the IDL Ballroom.
Of course.
Couple months here worth of stuff that's like kind of dated now, but doesn't really matter, right?
We'll go over it
as far as the shows go. Well, before we get into that, let's play some music.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into the old shows now. Something else that happened during that time period was Bible of the Devil put out their new album, Feel It, and it came out, I believe it was early April. So this is the first chance we've really got to talk about it here. So,
and they've been on the show before.
That's right. Yeah, about a couple years ago, we had the full band on here. But let's just, before we get into talk about this album, let's play a track from it. This is called Love at the Speed of Night. Love at the Speed of Night from Bible of the Devil off their brand new album, Feel It. They just came out a couple months ago. Get on there, check this thing out. It's a short one, which I know you like.
I do.
It's 9 tracks, intro tracks, so basically about 8.5 tracks here worth of quality rock and roll.
It's kind of, I liken it to if, Thin Lizzy and Iron Maiden kind of,
yeah, that's a good
rolled around in the hay a little bit,
Because you get a real feel of that early Paul Di'Anno era Iron Maiden, the Killers era stuff where it's got that stomp, that new wave of British heavy metal gallop.
Yes.
But it's also, they've got their own feel, like you said.
It's got a swagger, though, too, like a classic rock swagger,
Yeah.
Ultra Boys, Lifeline, great songs.
Yeah, Ride Steel kicks this thing off, and it's just fucking great. And it's like, we talk about all the time, Night Demon, and these guys kind of fit in that same vein to me.
Yeah,
a little bit,
I could definitely see them doing a show together.
A little bit maybe of a brighter sound, like you said, than Night Demon would. But yeah, these guys would be perfect, to tour together or play a show or two together.
Definitely.
And speaking of shows, they are coming back to Tulsa on July 28th at the Mercury Lounge.
Yes.
And the band Blind Oath will be opening up the show as well.
Nice.
So yeah, get out to the Mercury Lounge on July 28th. In the meantime, you got to check this album out because, these guys have been around. This tour they're doing this summer is their 20th anniversary tour.
Mm-hmm.
They've been around. They've got a ton of albums out you can check out. Like Jason mentioned, we had them on here. I believe it was the summer of 2017, the last time they came through Tulsa and played the Mercury Lounge. We sat down and talked to them. So go back and check that one out. And yeah, just look at Bible of the Devil. They still have one of the best names in rock and roll as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, fuck yeah.
But all right, so going back into the April, like I was gone for the good majority of April at Coachella and Stagecoach and Dreamville, working at those things. During that time period, you saw Rival Sons.
I sure did. We traveled to Fort Smith, Arkansas, see Rival Sons at a place called Temple Live, which is a venue that they kind of give it a temple kind of theme. And it's a really cool venue.
Everybody says that place is cool.
It's so beautiful. Google some pictures of it. It's just got a great theme. It looks old school. So cool. It was the Sheepdogs and Rival Sons, and we got there right when the Sheepdogs started, and I'd never heard of them before, so we Googled them on the way down, and they've got a really great, there's retro bands, but this band is retro. If you see Rival Sons, you can look at them and tell, oh, it's 2019, even though they're kind of doing some classic rock leaning stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, everything about the Sheepdogs, you really think you're stepping into 1971. I mean, they've got that sound, it's just a great Woodstocky, hippie kind of sound. It's like a jam band without the jamming,
Okay.
They've got a great, just classic rock vibe, catchy songs. They got a dude playing trombone, and then on the next song, he'll switch to guitar, and then the next song, he'll switch to the fucking organ. It's so good. If you really like, that certain era, the real just flowery, peace, love, and Woodstock type kind of, the real roots of classic rock. The Sheepdogs are your band. They're so good. And just the crafting of the songs. It was really cool to see, because sometimes you don't know what you're going to get with opening bands.
Yeah.
You've never heard, and they're awesome. Rival Sons was just absolutely, they just leveled me. They were so fucking good. Jay Buchanan has to be one of the best singers out there right now. He could hold the mic down to by his waist, and you could still hear him.
Wow.
I mean, and their new album, Feral Roots, is so good. It's just like, it's just kind of all brewing up to a point where the only thing left is for them to explode. And just, each band member has this thing going on visually. Scott Holiday, the guitar player, changes guitars every song, and he's got this crazy looking ring. And I thought, what's this? This guy looks kind of douchey with all of his rings. Well, no, it's actually a slide. He turns it around and it's a slide. So I felt like a dumbass. But I mean, they everything is where it should be, and they've just got the riffs and they've got the power. And, all you guys out there talking about Greta Van Fleet and, new rock, and rock is dead. No, it's not. Rival Sons is what Greta Van Fleet wishes they could be.
Exactly.
And if anyone's going to save rock and roll, it's Rival Sons. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was like a full, 95 minute set. I mean, they put you through it, and it was great. And, it was kind of like a vibe like maybe, the Cotillion in Wichita, where, you get up close, but you don't feel crowded and shit.
Oh yeah.
And there are so many up points and so many jammy points and so many down points where it's just real quiet and, important and vibey, and, it was just so cool. So I was so glad I got to see him.
Yeah.
You got to see him, man. I mean, I know you've seen him, but you got to see him in a,
Yeah, I've never seen him
not
do
in
it.
a gigantic arena opening for Black Sabbath.
Yeah. I saw him with Sabbath and at Rocklahoma, but never seen him in a headline set,
Yep.
And
there
like
was
you said, Feral Roots is one of the best albums of this year.
Oh fuck, man. It's gonna be way up on our list.
Yeah.
But there's a point in the show where it was subdued, and it was just kind of, a lot of it was just him singing, and it was quiet. And there was this annoying fucking bitch that just wouldn't shut up the whole show, and she reminded me of a chubby Kat Von D. And so, she would, she was just there to be at a show. You could tell she didn't know anything about the band. And, she kept coming back with drinks and bumping into people and annoying the shit out of everybody. And, she had some fucking, fake tanned old fucking, big necklace wearing bastard with her. And she wouldn't shut up. And so at the very quietest point of the show, where Jay Buchanan's really trying to emote and really put on something, I mean, you could hear a pin drop, and all of a sudden you hear behind me go, he's kind of hot. And I turned back around and looked at Fat Von D. It just gave her the worst look. I just thought, and I know he heard it. I know Jay Buchanan heard it, but that's the mark of a professional, is he was in the zone so much, he didn't let it faze him, and he just kept going. But God, what an annoying bitch.
There's always one of those that ruin everything.
Yeah, so don't be one of those people. Don't.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. And I don't know, if you take offense to Fat Von D, fuck off. I'm fat. I'm loud. So that's my Rival Sons review. So I think at this point, from here, Trent, you worked some festivals, and I know you saw some stuff, so I think you should go into that.
Okay.
Or do we want to do Hersker?
Yeah, we could do Hersker first.
Okay, that's up to you. It's up to you.
Yeah, because, Rival Sons, Hersker, and Interrupters, it's a wide gamut of fucking shit.
That's how we like it here at the Thunder Underground, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. So Hersker has a brand new EP.
Yes.
/ demo, whatever you want to call it, that just came out. Here's playing right now. Boom. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. We love it.
You hear a higher quality version here in a second, right?
Tulsa black metal, just fucking lords. I mean, these guys are the shit.
Yes. Death Before Dishonor.
I'm telling you.
Is the name of the new EP.
What did I put on the thing the other day? It's like music to draw blood to.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, come on. This is just scathing fucking metal. I love this shit.
Hell yeah. We're going to play the song Blood of Swine right now. Blood of Swine from Hersker. Like I said, they got this 3-track EP, Death Before Dishonor, that just dropped. You can find it on Bandcamp. You can find it on YouTube. So basically, you got about 14 minutes of fucking, like you said, balls to the wall, fucking black metal that you can check out right now. And that's what you need to do.
Pretty much. I mean, you won't be sorry. And live, get the fuck out of here. I got to see him live, which you need to do, sir.
That's right. I have not had that opportunity.
Holy shit balls, man.
I saw these guys in their previous bands like Volition and Nocturnal Winter, but I've never seen Hersker. They haven't been around but since this past year, and they're already, like you said, the lords of black metal.
It was fucking perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, so I can't wait. I hope I get the chance this summer to check these guys out.
Definitely.
But in the meantime, you guys need to head to Bandcamp and follow Hersker. Get on Facebook and follow Hersker. That's HERSKER. I'm pronouncing phonetically shit, right? But yeah, so look up Hersker. Follow these guys. If you don't like black metal, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Just get with it or get out of the way.
Right? So, like you mentioned before that, Coachella, I was there working. So I got the chance to, swing in to check out some music. So I decided I'm going to do that during the Interrupters. Because really, there was only like 3 or 4 bands on that whole lineup that I would have walked across the street for.
Yeah.
And Interrupters were definitely one of them. And they were one that, you've been telling me for quite a while. And you've said it on this podcast for quite a while. That you needed to see these guys live. I'd listened to them. And this was actually the second weekend at Coachella that I saw them. The first weekend, Tim Armstrong came out and performed with them. And
damn,
when I was waiting for them to start the second time, it was kind of cool. There was this dude standing there that, he totally looked like the punk rocker, all the tattoos. You knew this guy oozed punk rock.
Yeah.
I started talking to him, and he's the one that told me that, and I hadn't even seen that. And he's like, I heard from one of my buddies that works their crew that said he's going to be here again today for a couple songs. But I didn't get to see the whole set up until like the last 2 songs. So if he came out during then fuck me. But they didn't need him on stage. They're fucking good. But I'm just saying that would have been cool as shit. But the other cool thing about meeting this guy is he's like, where are you from? And I told him, and he's like, oh yeah, that's where Fuck You We Rules at. He's like, I'm going out there this summer, so come and see me. So, people in the punk rock world know Tulsa now because of that.
That's awesome. I
cool.
love that. Yeah.
That's a good thing to see. This is just a guy that lived in LA, Interrupters, man. Like you said, it's just a ball of energy. And, this is like a hybrid of ska and punk. And and they put on an electric show. I mean, it was like fucking 4:30 in the afternoon. And there was a good crowd. I mean, there was quite a few people over there that I saw came that were fans of theirs. Yes. They were singing along. And then, I looked back and there was a good group of people, which I was happy about because I thought, they're kind of outside the realm of what a lot of people that go to Coachella would be there to see. So it's cool to see that they still had a good response. And yeah, you weren't wrong. I mean, live, this is where it's at for this band.
Yeah, definitely.
So very cool to finally see them.
I'm glad you got to see them.
Yeah. And then kind of on a different note, the next week at the same site was Stagecoach, and I worked that. And I got over there to see Whitey Morgan. I'd never seen him. Love this guy for a little bit now. And he's just like your pure 70s style country. The Waylon Jennings kind of vibe. And he does that cover of Bruce Springsteen's I'm on Fire, which is fucking great. Played all his stuff. And it was just a cool vibe because that's another one where I thought, well, there's a lot of people on Stagecoach, which are pretty mainstream for the country world.
Yeah.
And this guy was playing, like, one of the second stages was in a massive tent. But it's the same stage like Lynyrd Skynyrd was playing and stuff. And so there was a huge crowd over there for him. And, I looked around and you could tell a lot of people didn't know his music. But it was another one where there was a good response. And, so it's cool to see someone like that we always talk about, that real style country, getting some respect at one of these mainstream fucking pop country fests,
It's a good feeling.
Yeah. So, hopefully it was more like that. Hopefully he gets a bump into the mainstream like the Chris Stapletons or
Yeah.
that kind, that kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
But then going into May, I went to Kaboo.
Kaboo!
Yeah, and saw quite a few, different bands throughout the weekend. And the one that jumped out to me more than any of them, which kind of surprised me because I'd seen them before, was Trombone Shorty. Like, I knew how great he was, how great that band is.
Yeah.
I'd seen him, like, at the House of Blues in New Orleans, where he's from, opening for Better Than Ezra. But I just, was watching something. I knew that they were playing, so I made sure I got over there to see part of their set. And, like, right when I walked up, they started playing Brain Stew by Green Day. Just straight instrumental. And I was just like, if you think of Brain Stew by Green Day and then multiply it times 1,000 and then like pour gold over it, this is what the fuck happened.
Fucking great. I love it.
It's like, that's just a regular fucking song.
Yeah.
But they made it into a fucking masterpiece. And I was
Yeah.
just like, this is a fucking amazing. And then,
That's
and then
awesome.
they, I saw a couple more songs after that, but that band's just, even if that's not your style of thing, you just see them and you can't not get wrapped up in
Yeah.
it. It's just a good fucking, a brass section up there just having a party, basically. But also got to see Joan Jett. That's the first time I'd seen her since she played Mayfest back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And, she was great. Of course, played all her stuff and the Runaways stuff. I saw most of that set. You got to see Alanis Morissette, all pregnant and happy and awesome. I fucking love Alanis Morissette. I don't care.
Fuck yeah, why not?
Yeah. And, she sounded great. And then I saw Collective Soul. They were fucking great as always. Good, solid rock and roll. Got to see Kid Rock, which
Nice.
I know you're not a fan of, but he put on the Kid Rock show. It was good.
Well, there you go then.
And I didn't see all of it. I saw the beginning of it. I saw the end of it because I did have to work during points.
Yes.
And same with Sting. That was kind of a highlight because that's one of those guys you don't really ever think that you would get the chance to see, really. Unless you traveled to do it.
Yes.
And I got to see the first few songs and the final few songs, and he had a great set list that, of course, encompassed quite a few songs from the Police.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then all his, pretty much everything you could think of from his solo career.
Yeah.
We didn't play All for One with Rod Stewart and Bryan Adams.
God damn it.
So it kind of fucked everything up for me.
I don't know what the fuck.
I'm like, there's no Three Musketeers hits here.
I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think.
But no, he still sounds great. And so that was quite a highlight for me. But that was kind of like a quick wrap up of those 5 weeks worth of festivals. And,
Yes.
because the other one I went to was hip hop. So I didn't really see anybody.
Yeah.
I like some hip hop. There was nothing there I gave two shits about. And yeah. So
there you go.
I know that there's been, in these past couple months, there's been a shitload of music that's come out that,
God,
I wouldn't
that'd
even
be
know,
another episode altogether.
I wouldn't even know where we'd start. Like, we need to just map that out and talk about it in the next few episodes or something.
Danko Jones, Duff McKagan, Death Angel, fucking Kyle Shutt, fucking.
I haven't even listened to Kyle Shutt.
That's a good one.
Damn.
That's a good one, and he's coming to the Mercury Lounge.
That's right, and that's going to be when I'm gone.
Yeah, well, it's a Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna.
You've got him coming. You've got
fucking
Night Demon coming to the Cain's Ballroom
for free. God damn it!
That's actually the week after this, right?
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday after next, I think.
And you're gonna be gone, motherfucker.
Or 2 weeks, yeah. Yeah, but you'll be there. Right?
Me and Mel and JP are gonna go.
All right. You better.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rammstein has a new album out.
Yeah,
and it's fucking great.
Fuck, man.
Which, speaking of that, did you see the Rammstein flag at Rocklahoma?
Oh yeah.
So when I first saw it, I'm just like, that's kind of random, but all right, makes sense. It's a rock festival.
It's all happening.
Yeah.
What's coming up? There's something really cool in the next week or two. I think we're going. Philbrook is going to show Almost Famous on their lawn, and I guess Jason Lee's going to be there.
That's
I don't know,
at the end of June, I think. Right?
End of June. Okay, I thought it was earlier. I don't know in what capacity what he's going to do, but that's cool.
Yeah, if he's going to talk or if he's going to do meet and greet.
I think we're going to try to go.
That's it. So that's not at the Guthrie Green.
No, I think it's Philbrook.
Oh, okay.
Like on their lawn or some shit.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
because he's got his photography
exhibit
thing right now that's going on at Philbrook in Tulsa.
Yeah,
which is random and cool at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. It's something to check out. He lives in Denton, Texas now, so it makes sense for him to come up to Tulsa.
Yeah.
It's going to be really cool. So
yeah, so that's something else if you're in this area to check out. Almost Famous is one of the great music movies of our generation.
Exactly. You can't not like that movie.
Yeah, you got the singer of Stillwater in Tulsa right now.
And you got to go, yeah. Exactly.
Fever Dog, motherfucker.
Fever Dog.
That's
clawing at my back door.
Right. Finally got to mention that on this podcast.
Well, you traded Penny Lane for $50 and a case of Heineken. Okay, sorry, I'll stop.
But no, there you go. I guess that kind of wraps up this episode. It wasn't a long one, but, we just wanted to talk about a few things we missed over the past few weeks and
play a couple jams.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're got some time, you want to check out some old stuff, 220 plus episodes now. We've got on, like we mentioned, Bible of the Devil's been on here, and we've had on guys from Kiss and Seven Dust, Avatar, Crowbar, Superjoint, Warrant, Firehouse, Death Angel. A huge ass long list.
Oh man, it goes on and on.
It goes super long.
That's right.
And there's a ton of episodes where we talk just like this. You can get on YouTube, watch some videos where we're talking about albums and concerts and stuff like that. And follow us on YouTube, subscribe to us, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can listen to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Music, all those places. And you can hear us on 1027WSNR.com every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central. So yeah, follow us, like us, subscribe, share with all your friends. And until next time.
Thunder Underground, y'all.